in Dubai, you know?
Oh, okay.
We hold it before the situation with coronavirus, and we hope that as soon as possible we will have uh, our offline battles.
Oh, okay. Looking forward to it.
Thank you. Okay, who is with us?
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon, welcome.
Thank you. I am very much in Dubai right now, just waiting for UAE to build a city in Mars.
The online unicorn battle Emirates. Let me introduce my colleague, Anna Fedorova, Chief Partnership Officer of Startup Network and the CEO of Unicorn Cup. And let me introduce also myself. My name is Lena Evtushenko. I am head of Startup Battle Asia. Anna, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Lena, and I'm really happy to be at this unicorn battle. It's our last preliminary unicorn battle, so it's a very important battle for us because today we will have the last winner who will join all the winners for our finals. And I would like to thank our sponsors. Due to them, our events are taking place all over the world. Our platinum sponsor network VC and our golden sponsor, global sponsor ICU Ventures. ICU Ventures is a Kiev and London-based capital fund that invests in technology companies with ties to Central and Eastern Europe, focused on helping ambitious founders to build global businesses. ICU Ventures makes late seed and Series A investment across the tech spectrum. So thank you, friends, a lot for supporting us. And our silver sponsor, Silicon Valley Syndicate Club. Thank you, guys. As I told you, the winner of today's battle will join all the winners and will be pitching live at our Unicorn Cup. We will be having 3 full days of live pitches, of networking, interacting with all the judges all over the world. We will be having Asian Day, that is Hong Kong time zone, European Day in London time zone, and American Day, New York time zone. So please pick a session you're interested in the most. Please pick a time zone you're comfortable with and join us for this great gala event. We had been to many, many countries of the world. We are now called officially the largest world startup pitch contest in 2020 because we had managed to cover the most geography and do the most events. Today is our 44th event since the beginning of the season. And we had screened enormous number of the startups, but picked the best ones. And you will see the best 11 ones pitching today also. And next season will be more interesting because, as I told you, we will be doing vertical battles. We will take only 4 premium partners with us on board. And we are welcoming everyone who is interested to see all the startups all over the world in your industry that will help you, of course, to outperform your competitors. Please contact me or contact our event managers and we will tell you more afterwards. But right now, I would like to tell you about our company. Many of you who have been to our battles already know us, but for the newcomers, it will be interesting to know that we are the ecosystem of online solutions and platforms that solves almost any task in the field of innovation and everything what startups deal with or VC community needs. We help startups become really successful businesses. Investors can find the best deals within our network. Professionals can make money with us and become really global, and corporations can find the best innovations. The startup network that gave a name to the whole ecosystem is the heart of our system. It's a marketplace where startups, real businesses, people who have an idea can promote themselves, their ideas, their solutions, and investors can find the best deals by interacting with them directly. We are presented right now in almost any country in the world where there is a startup ecosystem. We have a great networking all over, and please join us. and you can be a partner to Startup Network and grow with us. Unicorn Battle is the oldest part of Startup Network ecosystem. We open startups to the world and open the world to startups. Startups can pitch live, and investors can hear them and interact with them. And if you would like to bring startups battles, unicorn battles, to your country or to a city, or you would like just to grow with us, become really global, please contact us and we will be surely figure something out. We had been to all those countries through our season of battles, and by the end of the year we hope to cover 100 countries already. We had been doing our battles for 11 years, did more than 200 of them. We do on regular basis battles in Europe, in Asia, in United States, in Silicon Valley, where our headquarters is. And we are really good in picking really good startups, because according to our statistics, our winners had managed to raise more than $120 million. And our VC community is right now had expanded to more than 500 international VCs, really famous people, really active VCs, and we have a great networking with the business angels, with private investors. So please join us. Our special program, Silicon Finance, is dedicated for startups who would like to relocate to the United States. We help them to do that, grant them funds and services worth $50,000, and help them to apply to top American accelerators. Our Network VC California Seed Fund is a venture fund with the two current strategies. First one is to invest, to participate as an investor in our pre-acceleration program for the chosen startups. And the second one, to be a lead investor in our Silicon Valley Syndicate Fund. Silicon Valley Syndicate Club is a special structure that allows venture syndicates for different startups to be easily organized. And now any investor with a $10,000 check is able to join our syndicates and get an access to the best startups that we had found through our global network. And professionals can also join us and be our partner by leading our chapter in their region or their city or within their community. So if you're interested, please contact us. And right now, I would like to introduce my colleague, Natalie, who is COO at our recent project, VC House. She will tell you more about this recent entity. Natalie, are you with us?
Yeah, thank you, Anna. Hi, everybody. I'm glad to see you here today. I'd like to introduce you to our new project, VC House. This is an invitation-only community created only for VCs. It's a platform where VCs from all over the world can exchange deals which they participate in as active investors. So if your fund is actively investing and you have companies either from your portfolio or outside of it that are looking for new investments, please join the VC House and don't hesitate to contact me directly. My contact details will be in chat. And now I'd like to return the floor to our hosts for today's event, Lena and Kate. They will lead you through our unicorn battle. Girls?
Thank you, Natalie. Of course, this event would be impossible without our reliable friends. Today it's a startup bootcamp, a Dubai FinTech Accelerator. Thank you for your support and developing financial services around the globe, and especially in the MENA region. And also I'd like to thank Event Bros for including today's battle to selection of the best online conferences and events in the United Arab Emirates. And I advise you to check its website and find more educational events and bright attractions in your city. And of course, I want to thank all our venture funds and innovative companies represented today by our judges. So how are we going to move on? Now each judge will say a few words about him or herself. Then we will listen a pitch session of the top 10 startups from the UAE. And after the jury voting is done, we will find out who was able to catch the last train and who will take part in the upcoming Unicorn Cup final. At the end of the event, we have a networking part where you can hear some VC insights from our judges and discuss some topics related to your practice. And that's all. So please sit back, relax, and I hope that today's online trial shows you that our unicorn battles are worth of your attention and you become our regular guests, and I hope to meet you all in person soon. So I pass the word to Elena and wish you a pleasant day or evening.
Thank you, colleagues. Thank you, Kate. Guys, before we will start the pitch competition, please greet our honored judges who volunteered their valuable time to our event today. Dear judges, please introduce yourselves and the funds you represent. For 1 minute, point out the industry, check size, and geographical location of startups you invest in. Alexander, are you with us today?
Yes.
Let's start from yourself, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lena. Hello, everybody. Our fund is industry agnostic. Usually we invest from 50 to 250K. And before this time, we prefer to invest in the startups based in US or Europe. Thank you very much, Lena.
Okay, thank you. So, who would like to be the next one?
I think Giles will be.
Yeah.
Giles? Yeah, you need to unmute yourself. That's our
Hello, everyone, and thank you to Alexander and Anna for and the team for organizing what's been a real tour around the world this year, and very much appreciated when we've all been cooped up. I represent ICU Ventures. We're a Kiev and London-based firm. As Anna said, we invest between $250 to $1 million in seed and Series A stories. We like to say we invest in Eastern European DNA. So the profile is a firm that was normally has a Ukrainian or an Eastern European founder. Often development is happening in the region, but the firm is domiciled in Europe, the US, or elsewhere, and selling and competing globally. We are also agnostic when it comes to industry. We welcome submissions here in the chat or through our website. I look forward to the competition today and wish all the contestants luck, and look forward to connecting with my fellow judges. Thank you all.
Thank you and welcome. So who would like to be the next one, please?
Pretty, go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. My name is Preeti Chaudhary, and I'm a regional partner for various venture capital firms. Sector agnostic, ticket size being $500,000 up to $10 million. I'm happy to be here. Great job, startup network team. I'm looking forward to today and eventually to the final next week. Pretty excited. All the best to everybody participating today. May the best team win. And a big hi and thank you and hello to all the fellow judges here. Have a very good day, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Preeti, and welcome. And next one, please.
Yeah,
Hello,
my name is Gary Fapp. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you, Gary. It's Alex Kimichi. I'm with Greenstone Equity Partners. Our firm is a fund placement firm that raises money for private equity firms generally from the Middle East, mostly GCC. The firm itself does not invest into startups, but I personally do. and I always look for good management and a good business plan.
Thank
you, Alex.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, my
Gary.
name is Gary Fowler, and I'm not only an investor, but I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've done 15 companies for the Russian and Ukrainians that are on board. David Yang is my partner from Abbey. We have Eva. We started 4 years ago. It's one of the top 10 AI HR tech companies. I'm the CEO and president of GST Venture Studios, one of the top 10 venture studios, specifically focused on artificial intelligence. So I invest, I curate incredible companies, and we're really country agnostic, although spend a lot of time with Eastern European, specifically Russian startups, because we know that environment. But if you got some cool stuff, let us know. I'm interested. Thank you and have an amazing day.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you. Welcome. Next one, please. Yeah, judges, you're welcome. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. May I jump in?
Yes, please.
I'm sorry for my connection. My name is Khalik Bayramov, and I'm associate at Positive Dialogue Management Company and IXZ Capital. And I would like to tell a few words about both of these companies. The key targets of Positive Dialogue Management is creating a positive image of Russian and the Russian business to support the current generation of Russian citizens and in achieving high results in the spheres of innovation and high-tech business, culture-related and socially responsible projects. And as for IXD Capital, is an impact investment evangelist, which effectively brings together private capital, business, and innovation to foster development of the impact sector in Russia and the CIS countries, working in close collaboration with its global partners. It's a great pleasure to me to be a judge today with you, and I'm expecting to observe very interesting startups. And I think that we will have fun today and see really good projects. Thank you.
Thank you so much and welcome. So, who would like to be Hashim? Okay. Yes, please.
Yeah, my name is Sajid Kannadato. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I represent Allmake Consulting. We are a boutique consulting company in Dubai. We represent certain private investors into the who help them invest into businesses in the region, either startups or greenfield, brownfield entities. We specialize in education, healthcare, e-commerce, apps. So these are some of the domains we have helped our investors invest into. We typically do deal sizes in the early stages from $500,000 to $5 million. So that's the kind of ticket size we do. Thanks.
Thank you and welcome. Who would like to be the next one?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Hi, everyone. My name is Matteo Boffa. I'm from Switzerland, resident in the UAE since 2015. I'm the president of the Swiss Business Council, that is the Chamber of Commerce of Switzerland in the UAE. Through a private fund of Swiss young entrepreneur and investor, we invest in startups, mainly in sustainability, environment, and social impact. Thank you so much. I'm very happy and honored to participate and looking forward to have some opportunity investment through this series. Thank you.
Thank you, Matteo. Thank you. So, next one, please.
I think Hisham
Hi.
is next.
Yeah. Hi, so my name is Hisham.
Right.
I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm an angel investor. I was classified at in 2018 by Forbes magazine. I'm CEO of Fasa Capital. Fasa Capital is an online incubator that is based in Dubai. We have a unique model through which we become the technical co-founder, and we invest a ticket between $20K to $2 million per startup. We are industry agnostic. We also accept startups from worldwide. So far, we have helped more than 30 startups that are graduated. You are welcome to check our website. We have also other programs for startups that are in a more advanced stage. So we have a program for, helping the startup to market itself outside of their own starting country. So please check them online. I'm very happy to be with you all, and I look forward for the interesting battle that we will be having today.
Thank you, Hisham.
Thank you and welcome. So, who would like to be the next one?
Oh,
Yes,
dear Salman, I see you. Yeah.
Yes, hello Kate and Lena, and hello to everyone as well. And it's like fourth time for the Startup Battle Dubai, but obviously it's a different one. It's online, and like being part of the ecosystem from the very beginning. Glad that it is continuing even on the virtual basis. And my name is Mohammed Salman Azim. I'm Managing Director of Avantis Technology Accelerators based in UAE. And we are basically like influencing the success of startups, especially in the domain or vertical of GovTech. And our focus is very much on blockchain and AI. And looking forward for today's exciting startup battle, and would love to see some exciting projects in this domain. Good luck to everyone.
Thank you, Salman, and welcome. So let's continue. Next one, please.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Anurag Uglani, and I'm a business doctor, not a medical one, just to clarify that. I'm a partner at a global consulting firm which operates in about 6 countries, and it's an audit, tax, legal, risk, and technology advisory firm. I lead the verticals of strategy, turnaround, expansion, automation, and cybersecurity. I'm in Dubai, and I've lived in UAE, Saudi, Qatar, and Oman for about 2 decades. And prior to my consulting role, I was basically leading large family business groups into diversified industries, managing their profitability and turning around and global expansion. I myself have been a co-founder of a successful e-commerce company, which was an online portal for buying and selling of businesses and offering intermediary services. And by virtue of me having made my hands dirty in about 30 different industries and managed all functions of organizations, I tend to now offer that experience to assist startups more from the perspective of go-to-market and creating a more profitable model and a model to expand. Right? My background, so I'm a PhD in entrepreneurial studies. I am an ex-fighter pilot. I am graduated out of IMD Business School in Switzerland, and I've done my master's in finance and marketing from a leading business school. So that's what I offer to startups who need that holding hand. And I wish everybody today all the best in whatever you pitch for. Whether you are a winner here or not, the fact that when you came up with the concept or the idea and you are into it, you are already a winner. So all the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. So next one, please.
Yes, Monique, I see that you are talking. I just unmute you. Okay. Monique, the stage is yours. Oh, no. There is also not, the sound is absent. Maybe turn on your micro.
So let's continue. Who would like to be the next one?
Hi, I can go next. I'm Dr. Ruchi Dana. I'm a medical doctor and a Stanford MBA, and I represent Dana Group of companies. I'm logged in here from Dubai, and I was lucky to be present in person at the last one that happened in Dubai. We invest mainly in early stage and pre-IPO deals. In the early stage, we invest around $250 to $1 million. And in the pre-IPO deals, the investment amount is a little bit higher. I'm very excited to be part of Unicorn Battle, and I'm looking forward to this. Thanks.
Thank you and welcome. Next.
I think we can go ahead.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, so I'm Rahul Mandal, and I've been a strategy consultant for the past 5 years. And currently I'm with the government of Ras Al Khaimah, with the Ras Al Khaimah Economic Zone. And I'm responsible for foreign direct investment. Glad to be part of this network.
Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you.
Okay, Monique, let's try again.
Yeah, I'm gonna try if it works. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yay! Hello, everybody. I'm glad to be back. I fell in love with the Unicorn Battle last winter when I had the opportunity to be a judge also. I'm Monique Custos from Fem Diamonds, and we are a unique global hub of change agents for years to come. What we do is we create a cross-country, cross-continent, cross-culture ecosystem of mentors, newcomers, both citizens, industries, educations, and government and non-profit, to take the next great steps in our challenges towards inclusive, sustainable innovation. And looking forward to hear all the unicorns pitch. Thank you.
Thank you, Monique. Welcome. So, who would like to be the next one? Please, guys, we are waiting for introductions. Don't be shy.
Jean-Luc?
Yeah, hi. This is Jean-Luc. I'm calling from Dubai. I'm a startup coach and advisor. Basically, I help startups to get fundraising ready. I design also startup programs and basically help the startups in the early stages all the way to helping them to acquire customers and matching them with investors.
Thank you. Thank you and welcome. So, next one, please.
I think everybody.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much, and let's continue. So now let me explain you a little bit about voting system today. So dear judges, to start voting, you have just to click the link you have got on mail to get the access to the profiles of today's presenters. After this, you have to put marks on potential from 1 to 5, where 5 is highest mark and 1 is the lowest. You have just put marks without any confirmation buttons. You could change marks before the voting will be closed. So next information is for our attendees. Dear attendees, this information for you. You have a great opportunity to support our startups today too. You can just register at event page and give likes to a favorite startup today. They really need your support. And about startups, about participants today, we have 11 participants. Our startup will have 3 minutes for the speech and another 2 minutes for Q&A from our judges. Based on the results of the judges online voting, one startup will be chosen as winner of the Unicorn Battle. So please welcome our startups. I think that's all from my side.
Okay, let's start. The first one will be, I'm sorry if I will make mistake in your startup name, Gokadal Technologies FZCO. Am I right with your name?
Yes, it is Gokadal Technologies. Good evening. Shall I start now?
Yeah, we see you.
Okay. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ravindra Pal Singh. I'm the founder and managing director of Gokadal Technologies. I come with 25 years industry experience working with companies like Cisco, Dell, and Wipro. And out of that, last 15 years has been mostly into emerging and innovative technologies like smart cities and digital transformation. What is Gokadal? Gokadal is a disruptive solutions exchange in the cloud. It's basically an aggregator, marketplace, and delivery platform only for disruptive solutions, falling under these 4A domains: automation, augmentative analytics, and artificial intelligence. We are trying to democratize digital transformation. The problem we are trying to solve is to create a common bridge to get solution providers and solution seekers to a common platform. As all of you know, and you can see on the screen, the digital adoption has increased a lot. The adoption cycle has decreased. And last 3 months, this has actually got accelerated a lot. The global market for digital transformation is $1 trillion in next 5 years as per IDC. But there is no common medium or a platform for digital seekers or providers to come together. And that's what GoKadal is doing. What GoKadal is trying to give you is a solution aggregator, solution marketplace, and solution cloud delivery platform in the cloud. And each of these three stakeholders, the provider, seeker, and integrators, get to benefit from this first of its kind platform. Why GoKadal? Because number one, there's a market opportunity. Number two, solution providers need a bigger market without spending much on resources and geographies. Number three, customer experiences are changing. They want more cloud, they want more virtual, they want more online kind of solutions. And finally, there is a huge market. We started in August 2019, and last 10 months, except for last 2-3 months of lockdown, we have had a great traction in the market. We have more than 25 disruptive solutions from different verticals on our platform today, in spite that we launched our platform on 12th of March, just little before the whole lockdown started. Then we have a competitive advantage of being first in the market, proven expertise. We have come with making our hands dirty, and there's no competition, direct competition as on today. A lot of buzz in the market we have created in last 7-8 months with 25 to 27 disruptive solutions as on today. And our business model is based on a subscription and a revenue share model. Thank you very much. And I would love to have some questions now.
Thank you. Great feature. Thank you. So, dear judges, do you have any questions? Yes, please.
Yeah, one question, please.
Yes, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand the business. Who are your customers? Who is typically your customer? You are claiming you're a platform. So who is your customer side? Who is your seller side, if I can understand?
Yes. So solution providers, people who have disruptive solutions, startups, SMEs, mainly small and mid companies, they are our first customers. They need to onboard their solutions. And for them, we have a subscription model. And solution buyers, or we call them solution seekers, they are enterprises, organizations across the world. They are our end customers who come to our platform to select, search, compare, and buy those solutions.
So it could be any
We are vertical agnostic. We are vertical agnostic, by the way.
And how do they come to your
help
platform?
match them.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
Please go ahead.
How do you market? How do people come to your platform?
Yeah, so we have an aggressive marketing cycle with 3 focus. Number one is events. We have been participating in large events. We just participated in Canada Collision. Then we are going to participate in GITEX in Dubai. That is where we make our investments and bring seekers to our providers. Number 2, we use all the online channels. Right now, last 3 months, we have been doing LinkedIn marketing and bringing more than 256 queries, which has given us 130 registered seekers on our platform in last 3 months.
Thank you.
Question here. It's for me. It's not very clear who you're targeting with your solutions, because I understand that you're building a marketplace, but could you clarify the type of customers? Because let's say if I would be a large corporate, for instance, I would want to have a procurement process and analyze multiple solutions. In which case, I would not find everything on your platform.
Yes, absolutely. So we've just started, and our idea is to have more than 1,000 solutions in next 2 years' time, hopefully. And the way marketplace works is we need to tie up with all the procurement departments of large corporates, mid-size enterprise companies who become our end customers. As of today, as I said, we have 140 registered customers, including 3 top MNCs, which I'm not able to name right now. So our idea is to have 1,000 solutions and close to around 1,000 seekers globally on our platform.
Can you give an example of one of your customers or who, I mean, I don't want the name, but how they found, came to you, and so it'd be much more clearer what your model works, how your
Yeah,
model
absolutely. Absolutely. I'll give an example. We had a webinar in April, and one of the top automobile manufacturing customers from India, it's a global customer, a Swedish giant with a manufacturing plant in India. They attended the webinar and they said, okay, we are looking for an analytical solution which can help us in supply chain management. So we had one analytic solution, but that was not for supply chain management. So what we have done on our platform is when these guys come to platform, they have to register first, then they search. If they don't find, then there is a process called EOI, expression of interest. So they fill up a form, which we send to all the providers, and any provider who has a solution or who can build a solution, who can provide a solution, can submit that EOI. It's more like a reverse auction kind of, reverse Swiss challenge kind of method we are running. Until we have as many solutions, we are giving them an option to raise a query or a EOI, we call it, so that we can go back. Similarly, in Dubai, we had one of the largest IT companies, as per Market Access Program, reaching out for a waste management solution, which we just did 2 weeks back, a presentation to them. So corporates, we bring them to register their purchase department or IT department. They have to register to our platform and they get alerts whenever a new solution is done or regular updates about the solutions on that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Can I ask a question?
Sure. Let's continue in chat to be in time.
Can I a short question?
You can ask the participants in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, that's better.
Thank
I
you.
will share my screen in
Thank
the
you.
chat. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
The next one is Fly Nala. If you are ready, we can start.
Hi, sorry, I'm on mute. Can people see my slides?
Yeah, I see. Just make it full.
Yeah? Okay, good. Hi, my name is Mahesh Shastri. I'm going to talk about a product called Jupiter. And we are focused on one domain called pricing. So every product, every service needs pricing. So we are on the deep science of pricing. That's our basic. And we have thought of a different way of doing pricing. So that's why we call it Pricing Reimagined. Now the company, what are we doing? So we are a company, we've been a startup for about 4 years now. We already have a product for the airline domain, which is considered to be the most complex. And we have a product and airlines like Fly Dubai use it in Dubai. And we are a revenue generating company. And we are now pivoting the same product using the same kind of algorithms into the insurance business for auto and health insurance. So that's the big change that we're doing right now. But the platform isn't, it's a B2B product, SaaS platform, big data. So we have a lot of algorithms, close to about 130 algorithms, which are AI/ML based to figure out what should be the right price. So we have seen a consistent revenue growth. So currently we are about 2 million revenue. We're making some kind of profit. So we have a decent team. We have about 40 people working on this same pricing concept. And we are looking to actually grow this company in the insurance vertical. So that's our biggest bet that we're going to do in the pricing horizontally. In terms of our journey, we have been looking at ideas to do this. So I come from an airline background. I used to work for Emirates for about 16 years doing products. So basically, I picked the bases which are not being touched by any other supplier. So then came the idea of Jupiter, that pricing is the most complex one. So basically, we built a product using all these algorithms. First deployment was somewhere in 2018. With Fly Dubai Go live, and then we have done a POC for Delta, which is the world's largest airline in the US. And of course, with COVID, everything has come to sort of a standstill for the airline industry, which is why we are talking to somebody in Oliver Wyman in New York to ensure that we're able to pivot this product into the insurtech space. And that's the whole journey that we have as of now. In terms of life and what are the problems that we are trying to see, most of the cases, the information sets are all in silos. So there's a lot of distribution in both the industries. You'll see a lot of manual work being done and too many handoffs of data. And typically, there are no standard strategy-based pricing models. So it takes time. So for example, even if you go to health, you may get a static insurance premium quote, but it is not fully personalized. It is not looking at who the customer is. And a lot of things have to be done post for the actual issuance of a premium insurance certificate or whatever. So it takes a lot of time. So here we are trying to address that and bring it down into hours and minutes to make it really on real time. And the same way in the airline industry, we are the ones who actually decide what should be the fare. So obviously we are doing it on a real time continuous basis. So if you actually see fares changing left, right, and center in an airline side, I think our software is working. So that's the good news about it. In terms of life with Jupiter, so what we have designed as a product is everything should be done within 0 to 3 clicks. That means it's either automated or the user needs to only 3, and filing speeds dramatically improve because there's a lot of regulatory frameworks for everything. So the whole idea of doing better pricing based on science, based on strategies, that's the intent of FlyNav's pricing strategy. Now, why is it right for insurance? Obviously, when aviation goes down and COVID kind of times, insurance is one of the best things that happens in the world. So we are looking to pivot for 3 reasons. Mainly, all our modules seem to be directly transportable or transferable or transformable into the insurance sector. And secondly, we have got some best expertise from Marshall McLennan and Oliver Wyman. They are also helping us actually transform, and that's something that they're looking forward to. So, and third thing is, of course, we are trying to balance our revenues by going horizontal into pricing. So that we just want to be seen as pricing.
Okay.
So looking to raise some funds now.
I'm sorry. Let's go
with
questions.
Yeah.
Who wants?
Sorry, that was my last slide.
Let's start Q&A.
Yeah.
Who would like to be the first one?
I have a question. How is your business model actually set up? Is it SaaS, or how does that kind of come into play? My connection kind of went off, so maybe I missed it.
Okay, so basically it's a SaaS product. In fact, PaaS product as a service. We also give data services. We also give support services. So all 3 are completely online. In fact, we do all our development in the cloud. So obviously the installation is also of the product is also a SaaS model. The business model is we do one-time charge for implementation, which is in the range of about $400,000 to $500,000. And we have a usage model per month, which is basically a fee that we charge every month. Because pricing is such a core function that we can't talk about users. So it's a usage fee per month. And we normally sign 5-year contracts.
Okay. And how is that going with the 5-year contracts so far? Because most companies charge annually. How's that traction going so far?
Yeah, so one of the reasons that we find that the monthly usage fee is a good bet for airlines is they see a very high ROI. So we typically see about 8 to 10 times ROI for the airline because the pace of changing fares, the pace of making change fares for every market is so high that they see the return of investment very high. So they don't mind making this investment on a monthly basis. So we are also comfortable. I mean, we are a startup, so we have low cost, so we don't mind doing monthly fees. And we've already done the investment for the product. The product is ready, live in production for 18 months. So now we are only trying to leverage and make more money and then pivot into the insurance industry, which is a much bigger market size, especially given the COVID scenario.
Okay, and how much are you looking to raise?
Yeah, I'm looking to raise about $2 million now, just to focus on the insurtech business. On the airline side, we are all sorted, so we don't need any funding there.
And what is your what is your internal rate of return?
It's self-funded completely, so I've done my own investment. I never calculated.
Okay.
I'm having just some trouble understanding how different you are from what's on the market. Generally, the airline industry, I would say, is pretty sophisticated relative to other industries in terms of pricing and price discrimination, as anyone knows when they see flights changing prices all the time. And I'm also having trouble understanding whether you're a product company or a consulting company. Could you, again, try to simply explain what the company is doing?
Okay. So we are an absolute product company. So it is our product called Jupiter. And this product actually is a big data analytics platform, the first of its kind. And the difference, you're absolutely right, airline industry, I've been working for Emirates for a long time. So it is very advanced in pricing, but it is all in dynamic pricing. We are the first company to launch continuous pricing. So we price every second on a real-time basis, which now the airlines do as of now, except Flightbar.
Okay.
Because they are our customers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's continue. Kate.
Thank you. Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you very much. The third one is this T chain.
Okay, if you could give me permission to share the screen.
Yeah, just a moment. You can share.
Okay, my name is Haitham Jamal and I'm the CEO of DistiChain. DistiChain offers fourth generation B2B marketplaces within a SaaS business model. If we look at the current digitized trade landscape, we have the generic marketplaces, B2B marketplaces, and then we have SaaS providers for B2B marketplaces, which are still available out there. Yet, if we look at them closely, especially the service providers, they have very limited inventory management. A lot of their processes, especially to do with global trade, is manual, and they have a limited ability to solve the trust issue beyond the credit card or escrow, which are both not ideal for B2B business. Enter the blockchain digitized trade platforms, which are coming up today. And they are offering this solution, but what they are still lacking the B2B marketplace element. So what DistiChain does, it sits in the middle here between the blockchain solutions and the marketplaces. As a first service, we offer the functionality of blockchain trading with the interface, the intuitive user interface of the service providers. If we look at how we built it, we're able to deliver marketplaces in 3 to 6 weeks. We do that because what you want is a B2B marketplace, an intuitive B2B front-end marketplace. What we offer is that together with an integrated network of service providers, which are then governed by the trade engine and the blockchain layer, which governs the whole process end-to-end with zero emails. If we look at our customer, hotel B2B hotelsupply.com, they have over 300 hotels in their network and are onboarding hundreds of suppliers in order to link those hotels to the suppliers using the network, the service network that we offer. We have a diverse customer base. Currently, our customer base has beauty wholesale from Dubai, agribusiness from Australia, hotel procurement from Canada, and the Sumitomo Corporation, which we were able to access via the Dubai Chamber of Commerce's help. We have a diverse team which covers trade, distribution, e-commerce, and technology in large companies with vast experience. Our business model is a revenue sharing business model. So basically the success of our partners is our success. We take based on their, most of our revenue is based on their transactions. And accordingly, if we look, we promise to grow from 4.3 million next year to 150 million by growing marketplaces to around 200 marketplaces. And if we look at our current marketplaces, they already offer 44% of next year's revenue has been locked, and we have a 660 contractually binding revenue within that. My name is Haitham, and I welcome all your questions.
Thank you, Haitham. So let's start Q&A. Yes, please, dear judges. Hello. Any questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Yeah, regarding the blockchain usage, what platform or which protocol you are using? It's first of all, is it public? Hyperledger, right?
Yes, Hyperledger, IBM Hyperledger.
All right, good.
Okay, any other questions?
How much revenue are you guys generating?
Sorry, your voice was not audible.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, can you repeat the question, please?
Oh, I was asking how much revenue how much revenue are you guys generating so far?
So we're launching this week. We're launching our first marketplace, and we have 3 that are launching this. The 3 that I talked about are launching in Q3. They've already signed up and etc. So.
Okay. So are you guys working on a POC base, or do you already is it guys see that much?
Sorry, I am the question wasn't audible again. I apologize.
Oh, it's probably my connection. I was basically asking.
Try to ask your question in the chat, please. We will read.
Is it set up as in
not good
connection queue for?
Sorry.
Okay.
I apologize. I'm not able to understand.
In the chat.
Okay.
All right, great.
So guys, any questions?
Hi. Hi. I mean, I have a question, please.
Yes. Please.
So, I mean, please, if you can enlighten us about, I mean, the cost of sales that you have here. Like, I mean, do you think, because I mean, from what I have understood, if I understood it correctly, it's difficult sometimes to sell your technology so far to some clients. So there are surely some who would be interested, but it seems to me, I'm not sure, I mean, I'm not very much educated about this this industry, but it seems that it's a new industry. So, I mean, the cost of selling for you should or could be, I mean, very high. Please tell me.
Actually, we've actually witnessed the exact opposite. First of all, we don't really focus too much on the technology. That's our headache, and it's not our customers' headache. We focus on the user experience, and we focus on the intuitive front end, and obviously the service providers that we offer. So that's from the user perspective. Today, with basically no marketing or sales spend, we have onboarded multiple parties. We have also a number of very big customers that are in the pipeline, and we have people that are interested in selling our idea across Europe, US, and Asia, different people, obviously. So actually, we've witnessed quite the opposite, especially after the disruption in supply chain that has happened. And once people see the actual demo, they see how intuitive it is, how easy it is. I remember when I was presenting to the agriculture industry, they said, we're farmers. And then when I showed them, they said, oh, that's easy. So that's how we tackle it. So actually, we've asked them to hold off on further projects because we need to get these 3 up and running and then build more in. That's
so another question is, thank you. So another question, how much is your average income, the expected average income over, let's say, a month, or not sure, I mean, how do you, over a quarter, for any of the deals that you have done? So you say that it's, I mean, revenue sharing. So you have some kind of range. I'm sure, I mean, not all will fall into the same range, because some will be big clients, some will be small, but I mean, you have done some kind of calculation about this?
Absolutely. So
okay, it's 20K.
That's the capex that we charge, because we've built it, and now we're just adjusting the front end, so it's very easy for us to do. But what we do where we do make our money is we generate from the different parts a percentage commission on any successful trade. So accordingly, it becomes non-intrusive and very easy for them to onboard, and it's not a prohibitive fee.
Sorry, my question was not about the fee that you charge, but about the income that you expect per deal on a quarterly basis or something like that.
Yes, what I was trying to say is that it's linked to the actual trading, the gross merchant sales that are happening on the platform, and we take a commission from that trading, and that's I mean, in general, it comes up to 1%. It's coming from 3 different buckets.
Yeah, sorry, I mean, my question was, if you'd like to build your business plan, so I mean, for repeating this, if you'd like to build your business, you have your own cost. You have to I mean, estimate how much money you are going to generate per client, because I mean, you don't have so many clients initially, at least. So my question was, again, I understand that it's 1%, but you have, I mean, when you sit down with these clients and you negotiated the deal, I mean, apart from the 20K that you charge initially, which I mean should cover your cost, you need to have an estimation of how much money you are going to generate from this client over a year, let's say.
Okay, absolutely. What we do is we have two parts of it. We agree on a forecast together based on their business plan. And then what we do is we keep a small part of that which is guaranteed to us. And that's where we have contractual commitments for 660 from two of these, from two clients only. And then the rest is coming from the actual transactions.
Did I hear it correctly? 660K US dollars from two clients.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So,
Great. Yeah, thank you very much. The next one is Click Media.
Yes. Okay, I'm here. My name is Noha Jahin, and I'm the owner and the founder of Click Media. I hope that you can see the presentation and hear my voice well.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Shall we start?
Yeah.
Yeah. Click Media is the first media e-commerce platform in the UAE and in the region. We manage it all from the web application clickae.com, and it's under the patronage of His Highness Sheikh Saeed bin Tahnoon Al Nahyan. So it became as an initiative presenting a new concept in the media field, where simply you can make your company campaign from your mobile in the best price and the cashback. Click Media is a P2P platform serving identities, more than 300,000 identities. And as we always say, Click Media stands for fast and easy in just a click. So Click Media can save your time, save your money, and make for you a great profit. How? By our publishers. When you launch your campaign, you don't want to search a lot about the prices and quotation. You just enter our website, find the different 5 types of publisher that you have, select which type of publisher, compare prices, and get the best offer. So our Click Media is serving all of those type of companies. A part of them is the media agencies. As we said, we are not a media agencies. We are a media e-commerce platform. Media agencies come to us to take our services to themselves and their clients too. So as a publisher company or as a company you're looking to publish your campaign, what you wanted to do to use our services, just to plug yourself into our system and get the power of the e-commerce of growth. Let me give a quick example. 1 month ago, we launched our website and we monitor about the traffic of 8,000 growth and 4,000 users. And 2 of our services had been ranking in page 1 in Google. Simply, what is this industry? It's the industry where we bring the media field with the e-commerce and get a powerful potential market for that. And our study showed that it will make a huge industry for the media to reach 122 billion dirham per year, which means that e-commerce with the media mean a great market potential and great opportunity. That's make our platform is a huge opportunity for revenue. It can reach, after completed, to 60 million dirham within 5 years. We expect an annual growth of 75, can reach about 3 billion dirham. Finally, what we are doing in Click Media, we bring credibility from the traditional journalists into your hands with the new concept. Just publish in a fast and easy in just a click. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you very much.
Yeah, if I may, first of all, Mabruk for your presentation. I have a question. Your revenue model basically is a percentage of what your client as a company or a private invest in your media system. Is that correct? And what is the percentage of revenue that you get?
Percentage, again, please, percentage of the revenue. We are like preparing between or managing between the publishers, the media authorities, and between the company that they are looking to use our publication services. So, what?
So you take a commission on that, correct?
Yes.
What the commission? It's a fair fee, or it's a percentage on the value?
It's a percentage at 30% from all the transaction or all the services that we make it at the publishing services. But another thing I wanted to highlight, that what we are selling, even for the publishers to list their services in our platform, or even to our members, which is companies, to use our platform, what we are serving is a privilege program. Give them some privilege to use some media, other media, digital marketing and support in the traffic, like these services. So in this case, we take about a 90% for the privilege program, but in any transaction like using our platform in publishing advertising, we take 30%.
Thank you so much. And how much one you are seeking?
We seek for $300,000.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any other questions, guys?
Hi, yes, so I have a question as well. So my question is, I mean, what is your niche market? Because I feel, I mean, from the presentation that, I mean, you are targeting something that is so big and it's difficult for a small startup to target something that is so big. So maybe you have tried several, industries or several, let's say, verticals, and maybe you have come up with the one that could, could be easily penetrated. Because, I mean, from what I understood, the things that you are trying to do is already, has already been done, or not fully done, but at least similar done. I mean, so there is a lot of competition. So how do you think you can steal everything to you? You need to be focusing on some kind of niche market.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hisham, for your question. But let me tell you something where there is no competitor for us. There is a different platform which is working in the e-commerce, but they are working in a field of fashion, in a field of tourism, in a field of hotels like this. But none of them are working in the media. We are the only one who integrate in the media platform in the region, in the UAE. And our platform had been coming as a pioneer idea from the beginning. So it is only one media platform e-commerce which is integrated in this part. You will not find anyone else. All what has happened now is the traditional look. Like if I have a campaign, I must keep pushing for a PR team to collect quotation from all of those authorities as a MPC, as a media channels, as a TV, as radio, then I decide. So what we are telling people to never waste your time in that. You just prepare your the contents of your advertising and your design, and just enter our platform. You will find a full list of whatever you want. You want the channel in the UAE, you will find a full list of it. If you want a newspaper, you find a full list of it. You compare it, you will find the deal of the day, and you will get the best price of it, and just upload your ad online and submit it, and that is go to them. So there is no competitor in this field. There is e-commerce in another fields, but not in the media. We are the only one in the UAE, and that's what gave us the power to take the under patronage of His Highness Sheikh Saeed bin Tahnoun Al Nahyan. He's one of the royal family here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Thank you.
Sorry. I have a question. I would like just to follow. Excuse me. I'd like to just to follow on my question. Okay. Who do you think a similar service is? Similar to yours happening outside of UAE? Like, do you know a competitor that you have outside of UAE? You say you are the first in UAE. Who is? Similar to you in, let's say, in UK or USA?
Okay, in the GCC country, all of them, you will not find something like this. But there is a little bit like, not at the same scope, but there is another company called the Press Wires. Okay, and this is based in UK, but actually it's more focused about a press release that's using with the journalism. But we are focused in like advertisement. And this press wire only it's trading with in journalism themselves, or the publisher or the announcer like this. But we are working with the advertising sectors in those companies. So they covering a type of sector, but you can say that they powering a media platform too. Okay, and we are covering a media platform too, but in the sector of advertisement. But they're only in UK. We don't have here something in the Middle East like this.
Okay,
thank you. Who is in your team? Can you tell me the current team you work with?
Again, please, Mrs. Monica. I couldn't.
Thank you. The current team you are together. Who's in the team, and what are the most? Why is that team that strong?
Okay, our team actually is now reaching about 12 members now, with this different specialized. A part of that of us is some of our team is a marketeer and a strong e-commerce leaders in the regions. of the UAE, 2 of them. And actually the most strong part in our platform is how we put our composition plan to grow. It's a P2P business, yes, but we are developing a direct sale composition plan with a uni-level system, which will make a lot of people can work with us as an entrepreneur, okay? Even they can spread us quickly in the market. And our platform for our team services is now preparing for them about 10,000, from 1,000 to 10,000 representative. They can join our platform, so we grow as soon in the market.
Okay, thank you. It's time to continue. Thank you so much. Great pitch, really.
Thank you.
Okay.
The next one will be Craig with the startup Lock and Stock.
Okay, can you see my screen? Sorry, I was on mute.
Yes, yes.
Let's start.
Okay. Hi, good afternoon. My name is Craig and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Lock and Stock. Lock and Stock is a higher education marketplace that connects universities and students. We launched in 2019, and in our first year of operation, we became the largest education marketplace in the UAE. In 2019, we accounted for a little over 2% of all private university enrollments in the UAE, and we look set to consolidate that position in 2020 with between 6 to 8% of all private enrollments projected. Now that's from our side, but what do our university partners have to say about us? Well, for all of our university partners in 2019, we brought them on average $174,000 in customer lifetime revenue. Testament to that fact is the fact that 91% of the universities that worked with us in 2019 remained with us in 2020. Now, why have we been so successful? What is the problem that we're solving? Well, it's because with the proliferation of online education and more universities competing for students, the cost of student acquisition for universities has gone up year over year. Universities are naturally turning to startups and technology to help them solve this problem. So what are we doing for universities? When a university works with us, we help universities save, on average, 57% in their cost of student acquisition. That is our key value proposition to our university partners. Why do they like working with us? It is because we are performance-based, plain and simple. 0 enrollments equals 0 cost. 1 enrollment is between $2,000 to $3,000 on average, but 0 enrollments is 0 cost. Of course, we are a marketplace, so we have to appeal to both sides of the spectrum, universities and students. So why do students like enrolling for university through Lock and Stock? It is because every single student who enrolls for university through Lock and Stock receives a guaranteed fee waiver on their tuition. 100%, 100% they will receive the fee waiver regardless of whether it's $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000. Every single student receives a fee waiver when they enroll through Lock and Stock. Now, we are already the largest education marketplace in the UAE. So from here, where? We have identified 3 core markets that we want to expand into in the short and medium term. These are India, Pakistan, and Malaysia, which all exhibit the same underlying characteristics that we see here in the UAE. This is a chart which plots our year-over-year growth in enrollments as we expand into our target markets. This is our team. Now, as important as the business model and the idea is the team running the startup, what we've done is we've worked very, very hard to build a team that combines youth and experience, combines tech, marketing, sales, and education experience to bring forth the best possible management that we can have. And that brings us to the end of this presentation. We are Lock and Stock. We are building a company that will become the largest education marketplace in the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Craig, for being on time.
Any questions,
So
guys?
Craig, yeah.
Yes, please.
So Craig, are you disrupting the educational counseling business, or you are complementing that?
We are disrupting the education counseling business. Many of the other agents and education counselors in the industry in 2020 with the coronavirus pandemic have experienced a drop in student activity and enrollment numbers. As opposed to that, we are experiencing 200% growth this year despite the coronavirus pandemic. It is because our model is entirely digital. We enrolled 2% of all students in the UAE last year. We did not meet a single one of them. Our model is entirely digital.
And what happens to the person-to-person counseling which students need in terms of choosing? Because educational counselors not only connect you with universities, but they would also play a role on guiding you of what your best career is. So is that also what you do, or it's only about connecting universities?
No, so we have a team of education counselors as well. For students who know where they want to study, here's the university, here's the fee waiver. We'll help expedite your application process completely virtually. For students who require a bit of handholding, we have a team of education counselors as well, with experience at other education consultancies, experience at Education USA, that actually help students pick their universities and pick their courses, and then submit their application.
I have two questions. First, could you explain the name and the logo of the company, which look better suited for a security company? And second, how big can the company become just by focusing on your home markets? International expansion, especially in a place like India, which is quite competitive, can be very dangerous.
So the home market is rather small. Here in the UAE, there are only 7,000 enrollments annually, out of which we account for, well, we're projecting between 6 to 8% of that. So there are only 7,000 enrollments annually here in the UAE. So we would need to expand into larger markets overseas. I believe there was another part of the question. Explain the name. Yes. So Lock and Stock actually developed as a sub-platform within an overall application. Our application, which as I mentioned during the pitch deck, we help students, we engage with students through a gamified model. And if a student comes onto our platform, they have to lock their phone to actually receive rewards and benefits. Scholarships and fee waivers, which is what I just presented, is one aspect of our overall application. It's our major revenue driver, which is why I presented this only. But otherwise, students can lock their phones and receive offers, discounts, jobs, internships through our platform as well. Those are other components. The main crux and why we launched Lock and Stock was to help students fight digital addiction, which is where the name comes from.
Thank you.
Craig, one question.
Yes.
Yeah. What is your advertising model? How do you get the students onto your platform?
So we advertise, we acquire students through our dedicated team of brand ambassadors. We have about 68 brand ambassadors at schools and universities around the country. So that's one of our student acquisition models. Aside from that, we run digital ads primarily on Instagram, which is where our customers are. And aside from that, about 30 to 40% of downloads of the application actually come organically through just word of mouth and referrals. What we've realized is that when we build a great product with great UI and UX, students tell their friends. So that is another form of student acquisition.
Craig, why I'm asking is because I know this space and we have explored this space before. So the biggest challenge in this is the cost of acquisition of a student. So
our cost of acquisition is roughly $1 per student.
For acquisition, for getting into your platform, or is it for students who sign up ultimately? What is the cost of acquisition? Because I think the universities pay around 10% of the fees. Yes. That's
so
what they normally
our cost per registration for Lock and Stock is around $1. Our cost per enrollment is around $27. And our average commission from our university partners is roughly $2,500.
Because I know this space is very competitive and the university are spending high on Google AdWords and Google on this space. So
that's why, sir, we have 91% of all universities in the UAE working with us, because we offer them a cost-effective solution for exactly the reasons that you mentioned, sir.
Yes, can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
How smart is the platform that that going beyond the surface in matching me to the perfect university? How is Smart IE integrated?
It's actually very, very smart. Just this last week, we pushed an update which launched our in-house built recommendation engine, our predictive algorithm, which uses student data and university information to match students with your universities. We expect that to increase natural conversion through our application by around 8%, and we will update that iteratively in the months to come. That's the recommendation engine aspect. We're also building an AI chatbot within the platform, which will help students find their universities, basically taking the human element or reducing human dependency on counseling. So that's another aspect that we have just launched this last week, and we will be updating that iteratively in updates going forward.
Thank you.
One question, please, if you allow me.
Sure.
So I'm new to this, again, in industry. So can you tell me, are there any other competitors or other companies like yours who are operating, let's say, in UK and USA?
There are other competitors, yes. However, just going off the bat of the last question, they are, let's say, not so smart. There are no competitors in the mobile space. There are a few competitors in the on websites or in the browser space. However, they don't have predictive algorithms. They don't have smart tech. They don't have artificial intelligence embedded into their platforms. They're merely supermarkets where you can come and shop around, but there's no added value for students.
Yeah, but the question is how hard for them is to, again, to do this kind of, let's say, mobile development, AI, and penetrate the UAE market itself. So if they are well established, again, I'm not very educated, but if they are well established in their own countries and they are generating very good income, so that could be a piece of cake for them. Don't you agree?
I don't agree, sir, because what we really specialize in is data analysis. That's our core value USP. We built the product from the ground up, thinking about data and then being able to match data, match students and universities. These other platforms would have to start from scratch. They could try, but they would have to catch up with us, which is why we're here right now. If we secure an investment, we expand vigorously and we outcompete them.
How do you do towards exchange students across countries and across universities?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question? How do we enroll students across countries?
Yes, and across universities.
In much the same way, I mean, the application process is the same, regardless of whether a student is based, regardless of whether the university is based domestically or internationally. Our team comprises of people with experience in both domestic and international enrollments. We do not specialize in visa assistance and stuff like that because there are certain certifications that you require for that, and it would be unethical of us to do that. However, the application process by and large is the same, and the consultation aspect by and large is the same, as long as there's knowledge of the universities and the countries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for a great pitch. Let's go on. Thank you, Craig. The next one is Charles with the startup Taka Technology.
Hi, everyone. Actually, my name is Nathan. I'm standing in for Charles on behalf of him.
I'm sorry, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Yeah, my name is Nathan Jenkins. I'm the co-founder of Taka Technology alongside with Charles Blashke. Taka Technology, our focus is to be an energy efficiency operating system of the world.
I don't see your pitch deck.
Could you share screen, please?
Yes. Is it loaded now?
Yeah, it's work.
Okay. Okay.
Let's
yeah, so Taka Technology is seeking to be the energy efficiency operating system of the world, trying to reach the 50 million buildings that exist within the world. It's no secret that the carbon emissions of the world are seeing record highs, and buildings account for about 40% of the global emissions, often polluting the air and making our lives affected in many different ways. The way we plan to do this is by building a scalable solution that can reach these buildings quickly and fast, and to make the transition from old archaic buildings and processes to the future. The problem is that the building owners are often overwhelmed. They don't have budgets, and they have multiple different properties and systems that don't always talk to each other or able to transfer information. The other people within that can be considered competitors are often using old technologies or don't have the processes in place, or maybe they're not aligned in trying to make the buildings actually more efficient, or actually more focused on selling products or trying to provide a service to the customer, and it's not necessarily their primary target. So what Taka Technology is trying to provide is a solution, a platform that allows them to organize, analyze, and walk stakeholders through the step-by-step process of delivering an energy efficiency project or deliverable. So what do we do is we're trying to make this unscalable industry actually scalable by starting out very small with customers, starting with just collecting basic information. It's amazing how many building owners and even households don't even know how much money they spend on energy a year, much less how much they consume and what that CO2 emissions impact actually is. So by starting small with very simple, easy, accessible information and data, we can then use that with our AI intelligence to actually provide insight on where to start in the process and to start building and adding more real-time data, IoT sensors and so on within their platform, within their buildings, to provide even more bigger impact within the process. So what is our plan? We're actually a B2B to B solution by building a platform that enables the stakeholders or building service providers the tool and knowledge and expertise to deliver these products and projects to customers quicker and easier, to reach as many buildings as we can and provide value as quick as possible. So by reaching out to facility managers, property managers, and then ultimately directly to the building owners, they can channel it to the building owners that have hundreds of buildings within their portfolio to then help target which buildings to start with, and then reduce the energy consumption in the ones that are maybe the most, the highest violators within the process, and then tweaking that back to the ones that maybe don't need so much attention. Our mission is to start from a scalable standpoint by delivering, like I said, a very quick and easy solution that doesn't have a lot of barriers to entry, utility bills, basic building information, to help benchmark and even just manage their utility bills that they have that allow us to give insightful action to where to focus on. And then as they progress, working in the solutions that maybe have a higher subscription model or pricing, but are not quite as scalable, but get them to that next step with energy metering, building automations and controls, which is the ultimate goal. What we've done to date is we've launched with our initial seed funding about a year ago, and have to date uploaded 500 buildings to our platform with 3 customers already subscribed, accounting for about $15,000 a month in monthly subscriptions. Our plan is to go to market in a year and a half from now. And to date, we haven't done any advertisements, spent any money on marketing or not. This is organically grown just from our knowledge and expertise and experience within the UAE over the past 10 years, coming from the energy efficiency market that we've been working on.
I'm sorry, but time is over.
Yep.
Let's continue.
So, any questions, guys?
Can you explain what the product is right now? Is it just a software solution, or is there a hardware component in terms of sensors?
Our focus is a all cloud-based platform solution. Our intention is not to get involved within the hardware industry, but work with the existing hardware suppliers or hardware companies out there and integrating their solutions via APIs, so that that's kind of the challenging part that usually exists, and it's a massive industry. So by picking one or trying to build a hardware and think that we will be the dominant one to scale is it's a very difficult industry to get into in the hardware in general.
And you're
so
working
we want to sit on top of that.
You're working with existing buildings mainly, not new buildings, right?
Existing, yes. Our main focus and target is the existing building stock, which accounts for in 2030 will be 90% of the buildings are in the world. So that is our main focus, making them more optimized, and then but we can also start the customer at the very beginning with new construction.
And your customer is the building service provider?
Our target customer is the building service provider, ultimately channeling down to the building owner.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other questions, guys?
Yeah, so who's paying you? Service providers, yeah, as I understood.
Yes, so the service provider would pay a monthly subscription for, based on the volume of buildings or different packages that they would want to include or features that they would want with it.
What do they get? Information about the buildings? Or...
Sorry, one more time?
What do they get? Information about the buildings, or they get something more?
Yeah, so the service providers, they will get a platform that walks them through various different, typically very complex processes to deliver an energy efficiency platform or energy efficiency project, which often can include installing the hardware or making modifications to the building's how it's being operated and maintained. So this can deliver it from a financial aspect, from where to start focusing in the building itself to save. And then the actual end provider we provide dashboards and insights and tips on how to continuously optimize their building's performance.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions, guys?
If nobody has a question, let's go on. The next one is Art Smiley, online marketplace for arts.
Yeah, thank you. Just let me share the screen.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lurdalam. I'm the CEO of Art Smiley. The traditional art market is predominantly controlled by galleries. They are not always accessible to upcoming artists. In fact, only 20% of art has been represented by the galleries. A lot of emerging artists, community artists have no easy way to sell their arts and gain exposure. On the other side of the coin, a lot of art buyers who want an affordable and unique pieces of art, it's difficult to find in the market, and they have concerns. And also, we're trying to resolve the problems of customers who are looking for economical option to decorate their walls on a regular basis. And our solution is Art Smiley. It's a multi-sided online community where we connect artists and art buyers together in the same platform where artists can sell and rent their paintings, and they can come and register and upload. And art buyers can search their favorite painting and place the order within few clicks, and it can be delivered to their doorsteps without any hassle. We consider ourselves as Amazon of artworks. The art market is very attractive and it's huge. In 2019, it's valued at $64.1 billion, and in which 9% of the share is online market, which is $5.9 billion. Art Smiley aiming for 1% of this market share in the next 5 years. If you look at the online market, it's been rapidly growing from 2018 to 2019, 30%, but it's expected to grow double in the next 5 years from $4.64 billion in 2018 to $9.32 billion by 2024. This is pre-COVID, and after post-COVID, the numbers are expected to grow 30%. Our business model is very simple. We take commission on all the transactions, 35% commission on each sale of the painting and art rentals, and 25% commission on our partner services like framing and printing. We expected to do 37,000 transactions in the next 5 years, and with an average transaction value of $1,600. And by 2025, we expected to make a revenue of close to $60 million. Our market adoption strategy is simple. We based on 3-pillar strategy. We will be participating in art fairs and having partnerships with artists, art galleries, auction houses who don't have online presence. And we also be doing extensive digital marketing. Our competitors are vary from both online and offline. However, in offline, we compete with a lot of European and American platforms like Raise Art, Art.com, Artfinder, and Saatchi Art. And where we ourselves placed a very affordable community, as is on the top. Our competitive advantage, we are the first to market in art rentals in the whole Middle East region. In fact, globally, we only have one player who do art rentals. And we are a partnership with the local communities and universities to bring some unique talent to showcase very unique pieces of artworks. We have plans to adopt AI and blockchain technology, especially blockchain, to authenticate art, which can be preserve our artists' know-how and intellectual property. We're a team of 4. Each one of us an average 14 years of experience within our business domain. We have a consultant who manages all the curators across the world, ensure the best quality of artwork shown in our platform. In overall, we have early traction and generating revenues. Today, our platform has over 1,300 artists from 50 countries and more than 100 customers. And we also have partnerships with B2B clients. In the region, there are no similar options available, and we feel we're in a better position to lead the market. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Any questions, guys?
Yeah, I have a question. You mentioned you're first in the region, but I remember a startup a couple of years ago had exactly the same idea. called Collection Air. I'm not sure if you're.
Yeah.
They moved out of basically of the Middle East because of the complexities to build up that market here. So I just wanted to understand a bit your. I mean, first of all, if you're familiar with that startup and why you believe that it will work now, what is different in your go-to-market approach?
It's a good question, and I have to say that the Collectioneer, I know them very well, and they don't have art rental market. I said in art rentals we are the first one, not in online.
No, they had that. Okay, maybe they pivoted out of it, but they had that initially as well.
Sure, and why we believe in this market? Still, there are a lot of potential in the market being unknown. They are not getting the name and fame which they deserve to have, and we are seeing that unique talent is by going into the communities directly and selecting this talent and showcasing it. And a lot of people, galleries or traditional or some of the online galleries, they try to pick with a lot of digital marketing like anybody do it or get the artist. No, we want to build that partnerships and relation to be very unique. And art rentals, like example, some of us as a customer, you're not sure which kind of artwork you want to buy it. It will give an opportunity to rent a piece of artwork and showcase on their walls. When they decided to buy, they can buy it. This is also for hospitality industries. We're all familiar. If you visit the hotels regularly, we see the same piece of artwork, staying on their walls for a long time. So instead of investing a lot of money, they can have a rental option and give us their customers a new experience. So this is the kind of stuff we are unique. In the near future, we want to bring in, we're working with a technology partner to bring blockchain to authenticate artwork. So those for investors who are looking to invest in these unique pieces of artwork from fresh talent, it can be over a period, it can become an investment mode for them. It can generate money. So we want to protect their authenticity of these works. We want to introduce blockchain as well. So these are some of the differentiations.
I also have a question. How you avoid the fact of you connecting two dots, so the artist and the gallery, how you avoid the fact that they take a phone number, they call each other, and they avoid to pay you the 30% commission?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very good question and valid question, but that's why we signed the contracts, especially who we are bringing the emerging artists. We have a signed contract for a period of time, and they can go after that period of time. So that we are marketing them during this period, we are protected our interest. And also, once they cancel the contract, there is a cooling off period between us, so that because of our marketing, they will not get directly.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's still kind of a problem. And another question: how you deal with the transportation of this art piece, because it's something very expensive, and if something bad happened during the transportation, they will claim you on be responsible, and also insurance. So the investment is massive just to move a normal kind of piece of art. So yeah, I think the idea is good, but it's a bit difficult to protect yourself.
No, I mean, so far, Ms. Matthew, with all due respect, so far we didn't experience this problem. I have to tell you, RMX have a special division only to deal with art. They do special care, and we have insurance, and we also, most of the cases outside the UAE, we roll the paintings and safely and securely. Again, here also we have planned to bring blockchain, so that we can keep protected this complete, no tampering, no damages during this. This is also, we are in discussions with our technology partner. Thank you.
Short question.
Yes, please.
What I see now from the presentation, you have an identity of your own. How do you prevent that your own identity and your own pieces you collect don't interfere or let artists out of your community? Yeah. And how do you push new artists? And especially, I know, so both in India international art scene, it's really difficult for female artists to come to the galleries and taken in. What could you do for them?
Sure, thank you, ma'am. As I said, today our platform is protected. If anybody wants to copy, they cannot copy easily. We have protections in place, and what watermarks and disabled all the clicks. But in the near future, to protect these emerging artists and their authenticity and their intellectual property, we want to bring blockchain. So that protects, not anybody can tamper or copy them, so that we have every single transaction has been recorded properly in the blockchain. And we trace all this. This is one way. And regarding the women artists, if you look at our platform, we have 1,200 artists. I can proudly say that we have more than 60% are women artists. And this is the platform mainly for emerging artists, who cannot become a professional artist, or who have no way how to sell their artwork and market their artworks. Those kind of artists, we are welcoming to our platform, and we give them what you call a life to protect their interests, and also to become make them fame in the near future. We will build their career, to be honest.
How do you curate the artist?
We have a team of curators.
Open for everyone or not?
No, I have my own art consultant and curator based out on Delhi, and he also manages curators from different regions, and who ensure the good quality artwork is showcased. And how do we curate? We're looking for the quality of the work and the skills, and also the pricing structure, and also their authenticity and their background. Many aspects we look, and then we select the artwork before it's showcased in our platform.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's continue, please.
Sure, thank you, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next one is Eric.
Yes, moving to full screen. Just waiting for the full screen to come.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is it full screen or not? Not yet.
No.
Now Zoom is making always a delay. Here we go. So hello, I'm Eric Schaffner, CEO and founder of Smart Block Beverage. Thank you for allowing me to present you our solution that can empower businesses and institutions to incentivize end user on pro-environmental behaviors for a little free word. As you know, there is a waste management crisis with, for instance, only 14% of plastic being recycled worldwide. This is because plastic is too cheap. Would people litter if it was made of gold? The solution is to develop circular economies with improved waste management. But who cares about engaging consumers? That is what Zloop will focus on to increase collection rate and recycling performance. Our solution, the first circular economy reward platform, is built on 3 elements. A platform using our in-house reward engine, a gamified mobile application, a utility cryptocurrency. This is powered by blockchain for its reliability and immutability. On our platform, we can offer white labels solutions supported by our reward engine, creating a suite of solutions to optimize recycling performance and for consumer engagement. The mobile application is based on crowdsourcing of collection points and then automatic reward by our cryptocurrency for every used plastic bottle deposited. The application is gamified to provide maximum engagement and give space for partners to market their involvement on CSR. The application will be rolled out worldwide, and we are approaching stakeholders in key markets, UAE, US, Europe, and Asia, where collection rate is low. We will tap on the CSR budget of companies. Out of the 250 applications we surveyed, over 100 are only focused on collection logistic optimization, and for the rest, very few are gamified. None of them use blockchain. After a collaboration on another startup, we founded Zloop, combining my in-depth knowledge of the market with my partner's unique expertise on IT and blockchain technology. We will charge setup fees and subscription for the use of the platform and membership fees for partners to participate within the application. We plan to reach break-even by 2022. So I invite you to support us for a little free word, and I'm happy now to answer any question you may have.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So let's start Q&A session.
The mobile application is now live.
The mobile application has been released on the 25th of June, and we have already users in 14 countries, and it will be soon available on the Apple Store and Google Store. So at the moment, it's for early adopters.
I have a question when related to the approach. When you look at recycling globally, the only ones that seem to have cracked this seem to be the Scandinavians, which basically are even importing goods now to recycle. But let's say the approach is pretty much to get the money on the spot when you recycle. How do you compare your approach with that type of approach?
That is correct. I mean, the North European countries have put a technique like it's more the stick. We are more with the carrot. They have put deposit schemes, and then obviously on the product you have an extra fee that you will collect back if you bring your product after its consumption. So obviously you lose it out. So it's very expensive system. We are more on the carrot. You have,
but it works.
It works. It has a very good collection rate, but there's many countries that they don't want to invest millions of dollars just to implement the system. So here we automatically, when you drop your plastic bottle, use plastic bottle at a collection point, you get tokens, and these tokens you can exchange against goods and services. And later in our roadmap, you will be able to exchange against other altcoins and consequently other fiat currencies. On the top of that, we have the gamified application element. We have challenges, and on the challenges, if let's say if Coca-Cola said this is the challenge Coca-Cola rewarding the best collector of Dubai for the month of July, the best collector will earn an extra prize that can be sponsored by the partner. So we bring more value to the waste, and with the enrichment of the cryptocurrency, we will reach a point where we give value to the waste that is disconnected to the residual value of the material collected.
And how does the pricing work for the reward? Who's setting the pricing for the reward in this case?
The pricing is discussed with the partner who has financed the eco-mission, the challenge that we are launching. So it's a discussion. We do an engagement program. I'm discussing with a retailer in UAE. They want to link the reward with their own loyalty program, and then they will define the price. I've also signing up with a marketplace where they have decided that for every 1,000 tokens, they will give a voucher of 100 dirham per transaction that can be redeemed on their marketplace.
So, quick question: what kind of businesses have you partnered with to sort of have these rewards? I mean, and what can the users expect really?
So, to be frank, our initial target was different stakeholders, municipalities, brand owners, but beverage brand owners. I've come from the package industry on the beverage side, and actually the brand owners that we are in contact with are much on a broader space. One is a retail for furniture and goods for consumers. One is an hotel. The other one is a large international company in the oil and gas business, but they have also a residential business. So they want to be involved in sustainability action, and we provide that space. And with the application, we can give the possibility to do their employees engagement, but also customer engagement.
So the stations you are not managing yourselves. It's a third party.
No. Companies, especially startups who have tried to manage collection points and so on, usually they died after 2 or 3 years because plastic is very light, very bulky, so you don't get enough revenue compared to the cost of collection. It's not a small startup that will disrupt that market. We have large companies like Biha, Veolia, and so on that have different revenue streams to cover the cost of the collection. And we are actually have signed an LOI with one of those to roll out a white label for them. They will do that. The point of collection are crowdsourced by our users. So you identify the point, you take a picture, we upload the GPS position, we validate, and once it's validated, any user can have access to that point to deposit the bottle. And deposit the bottle is very simple. You take a picture, declares the numbers of bottle, and automatically you get your token in return.
So I know you mentioned your margins are quite limited. I mean, what kind of margins are you expecting in a span of 3 to 5 years? Estimated,
So,
yeah.
So our revenue base is for the use of the platform is we have a setup fee because it's a matter of connecting our reward engine to the application of the partner that want to have his own application, and then after we will have a user base fee. On the use on the platform, on the use of the mobile application, we charge $1,000 per commission, or a membership that can go to, depend on the scope, obviously, but if it's a yearly program and so on, we will do a $10,000 per year, which we have already checked with brand owners, like I'm currently discussing with Nestle, and they said that the price level is something that is clearly affordable, because it's replaced, for them is also a brand opportunity, and a lot of stakeholders have a problem with the plastic pollution.
Yes, but it's really focused on the high-end market, the big companies. You leave the smaller companies out to contribute to that sustainability program. So I would advise different models. And I also want to know who are the other partners within the plastic waste industry, like Plastic Bank and other ones you are co-working with, because you have to work together in order to make this.
Absolutely. To make an impact, you have to combine the focus. For the first question, getting the small businesses, the large companies provide us the global reach and the global visibility, also user acquisition, because obviously when they will market the commission on their name, they will also push through their social media and so on. But on the same time, we are setting up an affiliate program where we will allow users of Zloop to become a representative of Zloop in a town and look for local businesses. That and obviously we will have a setup fee different, but we know that to have traction is good to have global prices, but also a small voucher local. You can exchange your voucher to the hairdresser or for your bread and so on. So that, but obviously to be able to reach that, it's why we're implementing an affiliate program to be closer on the local level. And obviously we will not charge $10,000 for a small company to access to that. Now to the waste company, you're right that to have an impact we have to pair. Plastic Bank is on the developing countries, has an approach where they manage themselves the collection. We have signed a partnership with a company in US. It's called Earth 911. That provides, they have database that give you all direction to all the recycling points and get engagement of the consumer. So we will work on merging some of their functionality to the Zloop functionality to give also that aspect of education to the user. Say, where can I do my recycling? Can I change this bottle and so on? And explain that beyond the plastic.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, any questions? Please.
Okay, go on. The next one is click to pay. Ahmed, maybe you muted. I unmuted you, so
let's.
Hello. Okay, let's start over. I'm sorry for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my name is Ahmed. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Click to Pay, powered by Paid. We are a UAE fintech company specialized in on-demand payment solutions and finance. Our solution is very straightforward. So what
full screen, please.
Okay. So what we offer basically is online payment APIs, recurring payment options, payment links, QR, scan codes, and business credit lines. Basically, our dashboard is very easy to use and very straightforward as well. Our security levels are world-class, so all our banking partners and global payment processors are PCI DSS certified. We accept all the major payments through our platform. There's a competition or to discuss our competition. Price-wise, we are more friendly, and we have a very quicker activation timeline. So basically, our competitors have 2 to 4 weeks activation. That includes the KYCs, while we do have 1 to 2 working days activation. And there are heavy setup fees and recurring monthly subscription fees. So we do not do processing fees, we do not do maintenance fees or recurring fees. So we do one-time payment and a transaction fees portion. These are some of our clients. So we have government clients who we onboarded in the past 6 months. We have also clients from the education sector, retail, insurance, medical, tech, and marketing as well. Our go-to-market strategy is very straightforward, based on partnerships with free zone and business formation companies, along with launching a business dedicated podcast. Why to invest in fintech? The market size is 2.5 billion in the MENA by 2022, and the UAE possesses 30% of that market as a global leader. Our current growth is on 300% on month and quarter, with 50 plus merchants and growing. We're targeting 30 million in transaction by 2023 with 3 to 5% revenue. And these are our team, a group of young enthusiast team members and our founders who have experience in fintech with Visa, Microsoft, Checkout, and Dr. Hisham, who's Forbes 50 Arab startups to watch also from a leadership perspective. Thank you for your time, and I'm ready for any questions.
Thank you. Okay. Any questions?
Could you explain which parts of your technology, I think you mentioned this in the presentation, but you were going quickly, of course, and that's understandable. Could you mention which parts of your technology are home developed versus what existing fintech solutions you're relying on?
So our KYC in terms of knowing your customer, in terms of documentation, uploading and verifying is home developed. Also, our dashboard that includes the options of transferring and withdrawing funds and processing payments and transaction is also home developed as well.
So everything else is third party?
Only the payment processors, which are done through our banking partners, are third party. Everything else is home produced technology-wise.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions, guys?
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
What is your own revenue last year? Not the total processing, but your own revenue?
So we actually started this year, January. So for the first half, our revenue is around 15,000 USD on a volume of over 500,000 USD transactions. H2, we are expecting to triple that number on both revenue and transaction processed, and also merchant onboarding.
I think you're only competing with the other players on the fact that you have a very low initial fees and only a transaction fees, right? That is your competitive advantage.
This is one of our competitive advantage. The other competitive advantage is flexibility. So all the current market players are offering a one-time setup fees, which is between $1,000 to $2,000 for a complete package of services. What we offer is a tailor-made on-demand service. So if you want to use, for example, only the payment links, you're not interested into API, you will pay for that. So that level of flexibility is not there. Plus, we have also initiated a credit line for SMEs that allows them to pay also utilities through our platform.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, any other questions? Thank you. Let's continue, guys. Okay.
Yeah, the next one is WorkFam. Cameron, are you with us? Yeah, let's see. I don't hear you.
Mute. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, let me just pop up the slideshow. Can you see the screen?
Okay, let's start.
Perfect. Well, good afternoon, judges, organizers, entrepreneurs. Thank you very much for inviting us here today. We're super excited to share with you what we have. Supporting me, as always, my two colleagues, Rashid and Omnia, who manage our solution as well as our infrastructure and integration. Myself, my name is Cameron Collins. I'm the founder and CEO of WorkFam. So let's kick this off. Now more than ever, we're seeing that employee engagement, employee well-being, and employee happiness are significant areas of focus, right? As companies globally start to begin to adopt work-from-home policies, they're turning to HR solutions and tools to help them not only motivate, but retain their employees. But what we're seeing is that employees are actually struggling to integrate and feel that sense of belonging as corporate culture begins to fade. And as a result, the company suffers from a disengaged workforce. So what we're proposing is WorkFam. We're a gamified employee engagement solution that helps companies create a happier, healthier, and highly engaged workforce, or as we like to call it, WorkFam. We secure the best possible corporate discounts in the wellness space, so acting as an extended kind of arm of your HR department. And we encourage and enable employees to kind of break down those work silos and drive cross-segment collaboration through mutual interests. So we've secured 70 corporate wellness partners across 6 different categories, generating more than 200 plus corporate wellness discounts. And if you're an admin, you can kind of encourage healthy internal competition by rewarding your organization, or rather your employees, with points and badges, recognizing the leaders of specific tribes, and allowing them to redeem their work points for wellness initiatives. You can celebrate micro moments like Eid, or a new hire, or an employee work anniversary via push notification. And you can select or customize from our templates of pulse surveys. You can assign owners, select an audience, and then schedule and automate their distribution. So in December 2019, we actually landed our first customer, which is Majd Al Futtaim. For those of you guys that don't know, Majd Al Futtaim is one of the largest enterprises here in the GCC that employ over 42,000 employees. This particular client required a fully integrated and customized solution, so we embedded our services into their existing employee engagement application called My Wellness. The traction for the last year in Q1, they consumed 100% of their base license, and they actually purchased an additional 500 user licenses. In Q3, obviously, we've set a bit of a recovery plan for COVID-19, and we launched an online virtual wellness week. We're forecasted to close another 500 user licenses. In Q4, we're going to focus a lot on internal awareness, really promoting our solution internally to drive active usage and adoption. WorkFam is an enterprise SaaS solution, which means that we have a subscription-based pricing model. Each customer is required to purchase a base license fee. So what that means is, regardless of consumption, we expect to kind of generate revenue from that base license. Obviously, additional license bundles can be purchased, as well as we monetize through integration and customization services. So when looking at the GCC market, we noticed that actually the UAE is having a negative impact on the overall employee engagement results for the GCC. 85% of the UAE workforce is actually actively disengaged, which means that of these 6.4 million workers, 5.4 are pretty unhappy at work. But this is not to say that they're not a progressive market. The Ministry of Happiness and Wellbeing has actually elected 130 chief happiness and positivity officers across both federal and government entities to address this issue. They also have the National Program for Happiness and Wellbeing, as well as Smart Dubai's Happiness Agenda. Now, a competitive landscape.
Cameron, sorry, time is over.
Okay. Any questions, dear judges?
Well, I'd like to understand, out of those 5.4 million workforce that you've calculated in the UAE, a lot of them are not white-collared workforce. They are blue-collared workforce. So is there really a need for this solution, and if you, have you done any sort of concept testing versus, because most of the HR solutions are, let's say, on SAP, SuccessFactors, or other other platforms, but then is there really a need for this, and is there a correlation between the disengagement that you're trying to sort of sell, because yeah.
Thank you, Rahul. Yeah, to answer your question, I mean, a good chunk of Majid Fatem's employee base is actually these blue-collar workers. I mean, their retail business consumes, I would say, about 70% of their employee base. They're potentially looking at like a very affordable experiences that employees can connect organically outside the office. So things like, if I had to give an example, in Dubai, things like Safa Park, where there's a 5 dirham admission fee. There's also venues, public venues like Kite Beach and running tracks that can be publicly accessible for these types of blue-collar workers. The whole idea behind the application is to really allow employees to connect organically outside the organization in order for them to be able to share best practices and establish stronger, more trusted relationships across departments. And if we look at these blue-collar workers, we're actually seeing massive high levels of turnover. So it's quite a focus for a company like Majid Fatem.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, please.
How do you align to the current flow of World Health Organization, e-health organizations regarding this topic? Because there's a lot happening and being launched at this moment. How do you connect to them? And I see a lack in the team. Really, someone with high HR background, and also physical background and psychological background.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, with regards to HR experience, we have one of our mentors, Claire Peterson, who's the talent manager for Ford Middle East and Africa. Personally, I was in Microsoft prior to starting up WorkFam in their marketing and operations department, and I took, I guess, my learnings as a disengaged employee, and thought, you guys are often talking about, the importance of sharing best practices, breaking down work silos, driving cross-segment collaboration. And then during my time at Instituto de Empresa, which is in Madrid, we actually formulated this business idea with a variety of different professional backgrounds, from consultants to lawyers to HR professionals. So the idea was formulated during an entrepreneurial course in IE. So a lot of the ideas are stemmed from those professionals. With regards to kind of aligning ourselves with these global organizations, what we've rather done is actually focused on aligning ourselves with local kind of initiatives, which is the Ministry of Happiness, the National Program for Happiness and Wellbeing, as well as Smart Dubai's Happiness Agenda. And they have 4 pillars in which they pride themselves on, and they have a framework to address kind of happiness in the workforce. And what we've done is we've customized rather, or tailored and designed and developed our solution around their suggested framework. Should we start to expand beyond the UAE and into the GCC, and obviously past the GCC, I think we'll start to further align ourselves with global organizations and initiatives.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, so let's continue, and I have great news for you. Now we will have last but not the least startup for today. Okay, announce please.
Yes, last one will be Dr. Hisham Rafadi.
Yes, Dr. Hisham. I'm presenting instead of Dr. Hisham.
Okay.
So I'll share my screen.
What's your name? Let's start.
I'm Dr. Fatima. I'm the General Manager at UDENS.
Nice to meet you.
Same here. All right. So a very good afternoon to all the panelists, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to present. Well, we at UDENS have one aim, and that is giving you the perfect molar-to-molar smile anywhere, anytime, by connecting the patients, the general public, to the dentists. We are the largest dental platform which connect the patients to the dentists in and across borders in the entire MENA region. Dr. Hisham Safadi himself is a dentist. He is our CEO and has years of experience as an entrepreneur. He was listed in the Forbes 50 startups as well. This is our timeline. So we basically started at ADEC in Feb 2016. And by September 2018, we had already generated a revenue of 0.12 million. Now, why UDENS was required? The thing is that when you see about dental diseases, 70% of MENA's population still has a lot of chronic dental diseases, and the average patient pays around $250 for just basic dental treatments. Around, for aesthetics, it goes up to $400 to $500. Another thing is that dental insurance is still not mandatory in UAE. So affordability is again a very big question for all the general masses. That's why we provide customized solutions, customized dental packages for such patients so that they can online subscribe and get their dental treatments done. 48% of tourists, medical tourists who come to UAE, 48% of them are dental tourists. So there is a huge market in this region, and we even provide customized dental solutions to these tourists. Now, what are our solutions and how do we make money? So basically we have for the dentists two subscription models. One is the monthly and the annual. It ranges from $99 to $2,000 depending on kind of subscription which they take, which they select. We offer services for them in which we refer patients to them. We even earn through our teleconsult dentistry facility. So we take a commission every consultation that places on our platform. We provide management solution to the dental clinics. From the dental tourism aspect, we provide customized dental packages ranging from 1,999 to 4,000 USD. And this includes even aesthetic packages such as veneers, laminates, even implant services are covered in some of our packages. Another unique feature which we offer and which is even a differentiator is that we even manage dental claims. For every claim that we process, we earn $1. We take guarantee of the claims process because we are dentists ourselves at the back ends and not any machines. We are dentists at the back end and not any other medical profession. So we understand the disease and the claim and if it is required. Another vertical which we have is the UDENS Pay, which is flexible and favorable. And it's very simple to use. The seller logs in, it submits its invoice, we check the invoice and we guarantee the payment in 15 to 20 working days. We have UDENS X, which is the region's first e-commerce dental platform where we sell dental products for hygiene products. And right now we have Eco, which is being sold online. We don't have any direct competitors. We do have indirect competitors such as Practo and Zoctec. And we differ from them because we have tourism packages, we have insurance products that we sell, we have an online platform that sells dental hygiene products. We are a completely scalable business. We have both B2B model in which we partner with hospitals, clinics. We have Canadian Hospital, NMC Group. We are talking with Aster Group as well. And we have the B2C in which we will be connecting with patients, with customers. We are different because of the experience which our team has. We understand the customer needs of the MENA region. We are curated, we are tested, we've been in business, and we have the technology and automation that is required. We're making dentistry digitized. We help in increasing the customer satisfaction. This is our customer innovations in which we provide machine learning. We have the location map so that the patient can select the dentist in their region. We have a backend automation we have in which we take in the patient's queries, the patient's customer satisfaction ratios, and we give them a complete customized experience at their end. We have virtual awareness in which we provide teleconsultation, we provide blogs, we provide awareness videos. The patients can have live chats with their dentists online.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. That was the last slide.
Okay, thank you.
So let's start Q&A session. The judges.
Maybe our judges a little
So
bit.
can you tell again maybe about your traction for today? I mean, how many customers? What is your revenue?
Okay, we have around 4,000 dentists on board across the MENA region. And we have, from the past 6-7 months, we are doing a complete revamp because we were getting in many new features. We earlier did not have teledentistry on our platform. Udens Pay has just begun, and even Udens X has been launched. But earlier, our revenue was around 120,000 to 150,000.
It is US dollars?
Yes.
Per month, per year?
Annual.
Annual, in average 200,000, yeah, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and when you were established?
2016.
2016, okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, what is your ask? What are you looking for?
As in terms of what, sir?
In terms of investment, basically.
We are right now looking for an investment of 350,000 because we want to do a pilot study on Udens Pay, and we want to improvise on our insurance structure as well, going ahead. And we want to invest in AI so that we can, prevent fraud claims in insurance sector. So we can have a complete authorization module, which we are currently even working on.
And are you profitable at the moment?
We are touching ends because we've established a lot of new verticals in the last 6 months.
Thank you.
Yeah, how come after 4 years you're still not self-sustainable? Because the amount of money you ask is not really, for me, is not in balance with the money you make. So why are you that high in cost?
Because in the last 1 year, we were trying to get in a few more features, which I've already mentioned. So at that time, the customer engagement was a little slow. So we did lose a little bit on our revenue at that time. And to invest more in the insurance sector, where we want to have a pre-authorization module, we want to make customized packages, customized dental packages, we will require that kind of an investment.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Okay, thank you so much. So now, dear judges, please finish your voting, and in 1 minute we will be ready to announce today's winners for you.
Okay, now we will ask the contestant to stop sharing the screen.
Yeah, I am. I'm just a minute.
Yeah, thank you. We will just have a couple of minutes and announce the result like in 2 minutes, and then we'll have a little networking session and we will know who are we going to bring with us to the finals. Like this season we had that the last was not the least, and it always got like the prize. Like we had what, 7-8 battles when the last startup was the winner. So maybe the last to come to finals can win the finals. What do you think, Alexander? Is it possible?
Yes, of course. And really we will have 3 finals in each time zone. So it will be very comfortable for our VCs. So for American VC, we have American final. For European, yeah, we have European final. And for Asians and Australia VCs. Yeah, we have separate. So it's 3-day event really. Yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
We have the same startup every day. So the startup will have possibility to pitch to VCs in all parts of the world.
Absolutely. 3 days broadcasting. The whole
Yeah.
world will see
So
you
we
guys
hope
pitching.
we will not die.
We'll survive. We managed to do it over all these 44 battles, so we'll survive through 3 days of finals.
Every day, 50 startups approximately will pitch. So be prepared if you are looking for good startups to invest.
And we have expo. Besides like pitching, we have expo for startups that were not selected to pitch. They will be exposing themselves and will be able to interact with the judges, show their solutions. So it's also a great option to show yourself to the world.
If you don't know, the first idea was to have final in Silicon Valley. We were going to make the offline event, but you know it's impossible today. So it will be 3-day online event.
Yes, but we still hope that we'll have an offline final next season, right?
Yeah, we hope so.
Yes.
Lena, I see
I'm ready.
the results, and you know who is the winner.
Yeah. So, guys, third place goes to 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Second place, be ready, please. Second place goes to Zilu. Your plus. Congratulations. Okay. So the winner of online Unicorn Battle Emirates is Workfarm.
Okay, congratulations.
Congratulations. For 3 days finals, you will have all the details from our girls, from Lena and Kate, and they will update you. You don't need to prepare anything, just you need to be on time for the pitch sessions, because it's like all day finals. You will have to know when you'll be live, and everybody else is also invited. Thank you.
Excuse me, can I ask a question? Because of internet connection, I didn't hear who took the third place.
You can, the results, girls, did you publish at our event page?
It's ready now. You can go to our landing page and...
If you didn't hear the results, you can go to our event page. Girls, can you put the link in our chat so everybody can see
yes, please.
their own eyes?
The third one is Click Media.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Because we hadn't heard our voice. The voice is lost. I don't know that we win. Thank you.
Really?
So we will join for the end, for the last end.
Well, technologies will still need a couple of startups to make the connections better, to make the internet work everywhere in the world.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
We hope Elon Musk probably help us when the connection will be through satellites, and so we'll have very stable connection.
Is it working in States already? The satellite free internet?
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
it's
know.
not.
Who knows when it should start to sell it?
Who is talking to Elon?
Satellites have already started to go up. That's not live yet. He's testing it. This is Gary.
Okay. Thank you, Gary.
So they already tested, yeah?
They're doing some tests now. They're sending the satellites up.
Okay. So, guys who are located in Emirates, what's new? We've been to your country physically how many months ago, Katya?
The last one on March 1st.
March 1st. Was it online or offline event?
Offline.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't just before the coronavirus.
Absolutely, yes. Has anything changed with the coronavirus?
The temperature.
It went up.
Yeah, each city now we cannot travel between cities that much, except if we make the test, something like that. Even me, I'm stucking with my family in a line. I was in Dubai all the time. So I hadn't seen my sister and all of that. She's in Dubai for about fourth month is now since Corona started. So it's something like that. But the life start to come gradually. But they announce for all of us that private companies, even not coming if they are an online platform, not to attend, or even we attend like a 30% or something like that. That is in general how we work now. So all my team now is working from home, but it's better, you know, we save time, we save transportation, we save everything. And now the weather is so hot over there, so it's good to stay in this on like an AC and all of that. Lifestyle is totally changing.
Yeah, I like your your attitude.
you.
It's very positive attitude towards what's happening.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Last time when I was in Dubai on our offline battle, probably 1 year ago, I don't remember really. So the startups complained that there are a lot of oil money in Emirates, but still not enough venture capital money. Is anything changed since that times? What do you think?
So one of the main funding which comes is from institutional investment, right? And that institutional investment is still not trickling into UAE because organizations are, unfortunately, UAE still has a pretty poor image when it comes to transparency of financials, compliance, and all that kind of stuff. That's why a lot of organizations, large-scale institutional investors are happy to go to places like Singapore or other places which are more compliant rather than here. But that whole thing is now changing. Lots of new regulations have come into place. Things like there's laws like Economic Substance Act, taxation, all that is bringing a lot of transparency to the books. And that I think will bring in a lot of FDI flowing into UAE. You also now have laws like the data protection, cybersecurity, what you see in the European Union or you see in the US, those kind of infrastructure, risk protection was not there. But I think the confidence is building up now. Specifically, what's happened in Hong Kong will give a lot of boost to UAE, definitely in terms of organizations wanting to come in here and money flowing in for startups also.
Well, one of the things that I think it's also because of the double taxation agreements that UAE has lately entered into. I think even that is a deterrent to private equity.
And overall, in my opinion, the UAE are still too expensive for startups, for license and etc. Even if you want to survive here, it's a very expensive city. Dubai, I'm talking about, and also Abu Dhabi. So it's not very easy to have the right time. As soon as you got some small investment at the beginning, you will use it for license and small offices, and it's not yet fertile place, in my opinion.
Yeah. This is Gary. Hey, we do a lot of. I'm on calls speaking probably 2 to 3 times a day. And what I can tell you right now, and I deal with top tier VCs, SoftBank, just literally top tier, Charles River Ventures, et cetera. What I can tell you is that we're in an unprecedented great time because the COVID, as somebody had said earlier, presents us incredible opportunities. Why? Because we are more efficient and effective. 5 years ago, when I had a meeting with Eric from Zoom, we were talking about how Zoom would change the world. In the last 6 months, the daily active users of Zoom has gone from 30 million to over 300. We have an opportunity. The companies that adapt to this change are going to be incredibly successful. So it's not about being dire. Look at the silver lining in the cloud. In fact, I just wrote an article in Forbes and also in Medium about Zoom and the digital transformation. So I think it's an unprecedented time if we use it wisely. And by the way, people were saying that money has slowed down. I deal with investors every day, and I'm also a VC. The money, we're looking for great opportunities, especially in artificial intelligence, that can be applied in different vertical markets. So, keep your chin up. I heard some great opportunities today. WorkFam did a phenomenal job. And I actually have a $700 million AI HR company that I co-founded. So I can tell you that the opportunity is really hot. And what we do is we actually, connect the dots. So it's not just about the UAE. It's not about the US or Russia. It's not about the Ukraine or Egypt. It's about connecting the dots and using ports to the rest of the world. So I think there's an unprecedented time right now.
And what industries do you think will be needed the most, like for the whole world with this?
Well, I mean, look at how, I just wrote another article. If you look at it, it's called AI. I focused on the AI as a new electricity. And look, AI in the beginning of the 20th century, I talked about this, but AI in the beginning, electricity in the beginning of the 20th century was applied to different markets, agricultural markets, manufacturing markets, that made our lives better. Artificial intelligence is needed today, and I'm talking about.
Kate, can you just turn off the sound for Udens?
Yeah, they just did. Yeah, sorry, Gary. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, artificial intelligence, I mean, look at it, how much data each one of us has in our own personal clouds. We each have about 300,000 items today across Slack, Google Drive, Telegram, WhatsApp, I mean, you name it, plus 5 to 7 email addresses. How many times yourselves have you said, I know a file exists, but I can't find it? Why have you even forgotten the keywords or location? We have a case of infobesity today. We're battered by data. So the companies that have AI that can act as an assistant in a collaborative fashion are going to be successful. And I don't mean just personally, I mean across multiple, whether it's manufacturing, whether it's healthcare, et cetera, we're going to need it because we're just battered by data. So when we talk about applying different kinds of ladder networks or variational autoencoders or clusterization, whatever, neural nets, it's about taking that data and synthesizing so we can make some decisions and also in a collaborative way help us make decisions.
But
So
AI is your personal love from what I've can figure out. But besides AI, what? Space tech maybe with the...
I think a lot is required. I think a lot is required to be done in the technology risk and cybersecurity. Not many startups have worked on that, and that's probably the biggest need at the moment. Every government, every country is regulating that. For example, even in local here in the news today, it was that retailers or other organizations are no longer allowed to use customer data for marketing. Right now, these are things which are unheard of here, and we are already talking about this being a slightly more developed economy than many of those. So I think some of the startups should try and work on that aspect of cybersecurity.
May I share something with you, please? I'm interested about your question, Anna, about what are the next industries. And actually, we have our own studies that with the COVID-19, all industries must have a new vision or a different vision. It will go actually to two terms. The first thing, what people will do after they come out from the quarantine. Actually, what I see that people or our team see that people will not go anymore to work. Everything they can manage it from home. They will go out only for two reasons, even for food or entertainment. And that was something why we decided to launch the e-commerce platform, the media, Click Media, for these purposes. So people will look to entertainment, to travel, to enjoy their life, but they will not go out to work at all. They will tell you, please, I will save my money for transportation and just I will make everything from my home. Even you need to tell them there is a great event, there is a great ceremony, there is something you will enjoy, they will come out from their home. So the lifestyle itself, it will change. This industry with the first one, with the e-commerce, the more focus will go on for the Middle East, because the Middle East actually is more about consumer. It is not like Europe and not like in USA. They are more like industrial market, like innovation and like that, but here like a consumer sector or market. But for what is about the industrial market, what we mostly recommended that there will be like an environmental scope. Like recently with this COVID, a lot of pollution had been raised away. So even the ozone layer in the sky, it started to become smaller and smaller, and our life, even the natural, become for all of us better than before. So what I see that sustainability especially will take the main adventure in the first level for the next years. It will be about renewable energy, which is related to our RENA roadmap. You will find like a huge accelerated with about 35 countries related to that. You will find accelerated than before. People will come to the renewable energy for a huge way. You will find aware of making buildings, architecture, commercial cities with a fully green sectors. You will find a huge shrinking in the petroleum sectors, in the unrenewable sectors. This is what this is what I'd like to share with you. And for that, we have another project for MIA, for example. We have another project about smart materials, invention and innovation that is related more to the sustainability issues. But those type of project is more supported in Europe, more supported in USA. But in the Middle East, it is not that supported. More supports project in the Middle East, which is more related to the e-commerce, consumer issues, like take something from here, but not really innovated it from the beginning or get the patent for it and open for it a new market. This has become so challenges in the Middle East. But what I see from my side, that for sustainability target, Middle East will be the fully coming scope of the world, even within Asia or even with Africa. Because if you see the lands that is not still belted and the lands where the natural has a great inspiration there, you will find that those lands in Europe, you don't have, for example, all of those land that is still not listed in the sustainability standard, like PRIM, like LEED, whatever. Okay, but in Middle East, this is still growth, like developing sector. So what I see for the next, let's say 10 years, it will not be a 1 or 2 years. You will need to give a market like a time that it's become good again, or the economy become raised again after this crisis of COVID-19. Then you will start to see that effect. This market of the Middle East will be a highly growth because there is a lot of land which is destroyed, a lot of land which is still empty, a lot of land that you can reveal a new cities with a new concept, with a new environmental standard, that it will change the lifestyle of the people. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes.
Can I add something?
Yeah, sure.
I think one of the things on top of these trends, I think one of the things that we got to see now with the pandemic is really how fragile our supply chains are. So I think in the Middle East, you will see a shift when it comes to becoming more self-sufficient. So right now, today, you'll see more local production. You'll see huge investments today in agriculture also, but not only. I think you'll start seeing manufacturing here as well, because what this crisis has shown is that we cannot import everything. When it gets tough, then the supplies can easily get in shortage. So I think you'll start seeing these type of shifts as well. On top of that, when it comes to investments, I think another thing, maybe you see it at government level already when it comes to the investments in innovation. When you look at things like the Mars program and so on, there's an ambition to become a hub for innovation. But today, the part that is missing is grants program like you have in Europe, for instance. So the deep tech, unfortunately, the talents we have here in deep tech, they often end up moving outside because there's not enough support in the initial phases. But I think that will change as well.
Okay, thank you. Yes, like the thing we see in the States, that the startups, like somebody mentioned that it's very expensive to live in Dubai, to live in UAE.
For instance, what I mean is that traditionally what you see in the startup ecosystem is investors that invest in marketplaces and stuff that is kind of easy to forecast, like brick and mortar put in a digital way. But when you look at you know, when you build a piece of hardware, it's a different process. It requires, you know, more funding initially, and that is very difficult to get here. But in the US, you know, it's easy. If people understand the ideas, they will just go for it. So these are changes we will see as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Gary, I didn't let you finish. I'm really sorry. Is there anything you want to add?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, I just, you know, there's opportunities across multiple vertical markets right now. You know, I'm writing a lot about the digital transformation in Forbes. I write for Forbes magazine, as well as I post a lot in Medium, and I think there's a lot of the artificial intelligence that's out there can be applied across multiple verticals. And what I'm looking for is really efficiencies and optimization, you know, and then more importantly, being able to do forward predictions and also, you know, to act right independently using unsupervised AI. So any of the companies that have that, we've successfully launched a number of them in security. I forwarded an article I wrote with the chief security officer at Apple about cybersecurity. I also wrote one about Zoom and the digital transformation recently. I just think there's an unprecedented opportunity, and what I'm looking for as many of those AI companies across multiple verticals. You know, medical obviously has a huge impact. Manufacturing, I was on a panel yesterday about manufacturing and artificial intelligence. So I just, you know, whatever's out there, I mean, if you got them, bring them in. I'd like to talk about them. And if you're an investor that's out there, I have companies generating, in 1 year, one of my companies generated over $11 million in revenue. This year I'll do 20.
That's sure an opportunity. And
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing you all guys at our finals, because we will witness who will be the winner, because it's also an unprecedented event. The winners of all the 44 preliminary unicorn battles will be coming together, and there can be only one. There'll be the day leaders, as Alexander mentioned, of Asian Day, of European Day, and America Day. There'll be leaders of the day, but the winner will be only one. And it's really interesting. What industry, what country, and whose great pitch will outperform all the others?
But anyway, Anna, it seems to me that Gary should be our evangelist for our AI vertical for the next.
He's already thinking about it.
Yeah.
I can see it in his eyes, yes.
Okay. I think it's that artificial intelligence and facial recognition, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about it. I mean, I'm interested.
Yeah,
Sure.
I love to hear a short reaction from the three winners. I would really like them, because that for them to take a moment to stage. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Yep. What do you want them to say?
I don't know, just respond.
Okay.
I'm completely dumbfounded. I mean, the rest of my team are sitting here, and we're super happy and blessed to just have this opportunity to be able to kind of state the product that we've built. And I mean, blood, sweat, and tears has really gone into putting together what we have today. And we just couldn't be more grateful for this opportunity. So thank you, you know, fellow entrepreneurs, judges, organizers for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you, Aaron.
Good job.
We will see you next week.
Yep, absolutely. Even sooner. You need a technical session.
Okay, can you show the slides with the dates?
Yeah, of course. Just a moment. Oops. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can register for any day, for any time zone, whatever suits you the most, wherever you are on a quarantine or freely traveling. Choose what is most appropriate for you. And we'll see you all online next week.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. I just have a question. Can we register only for one or for the three?
You can contact, yes, you can register for any, for all three, yes, you can do that. You can contact our hosts, Lena and Kate, they will tell you more if you want to follow up on that. And
yes, I'm sure. Just wanted to share something by the end, according to Monica's question. She said that she liked to hear our feedback. I'm grateful for this invitation. I'm so very happy to know all of you and to know your event. It's my first time, but I'm so very proud that I'm a part of this today. And what I see that it is not only our participate today is not only about for my project about Click Media, but what I see that there is a promising opportunities for other projects we can open it together in the future. Even if it's not in the e-commerce, I'm sure that we will find something together in the sustainability issues. And I know that the Click Media website, you can share it, you can find it with the Unicorn platform, but you can also find my name in Google, Noha Jahin. You can find my sectors, different fields and different publications and international and national. And it's my pleasure to know you all. Thank you.
Thank you for participating. Yes. See
Hi,
you all guys soon. Yes. Yes,
I would
Hasham.
like to ask a question to Gary, if that's possible. So, I mean, Gary, you were saying that you are somehow optimistic. I mean, there are a lot of data out there, and I'm sure there is a great opportunity right now. But don't you think, like, I mean, so what has happened after COVID-19 is that there is some kind of slowdown. I mean, everybody admits it. I mean, regardless of the current state of the market, but I mean, there is some kind of slowdown. And even this kind of data analysis that is needed is mostly can be done, let's say, by big corporations. So I mean, Facebook, Apple, I mean, these control most of the data that we have. So I don't agree with you that there is a big opportunity right now. I mean, maybe I'm a little bit pessimistic, but from what I see, I mean, I agree with you that there is a lot of money out there, but I feel that investors are a little bit hesitant right now to invest in anything. I mean, not in anything, but they are much more hesitant than they were, let's say, a year ago. So what are your thoughts about this?
Yeah, I mean, so let's, you know, the KISS principle, right? Keep it simple, stupid. That's my life. I'm a country boy from Pennsylvania. You know, what do I know? But let me tell you what's going on. They're mandated to spend money. I've had Charles River Ventures tell me that directly, and SoftBank. They're mandated to spend money. So in terms of investing. So that's door number one. Door number two is I deal with VCs. I have 9 VC calls just this week with top tier VCs. I just raised $2 million for one of my companies, and it's an earlier stage company. So if they know who you are, and I've been doing this 35 years in the Valley. So, and I've got a $100 million fund of my own and another 10 million fund I started for early stage investment years ago. So, and I'm a country boy again. So I think that, I mean, look at it, the companies that we're dealing with, the corporations that we're dealing with that are interested in investing are active. And if you're providing value, there's one caveat. If you've got revenue, it makes it a whole lot easier right now. So if you've got any kind of revenue and can show that you've got a future and a plan, a little bit different than before where just money was being thrown around, they're much, much more interested in investing in you. So it's the VCs that are, I'm dealing a lot with family offices worldwide, by the way. They're also the ones that I'm dealing with, anyhow, from Hong Kong to London to Silicon Valley to Brazil, they're active. So part of it is just having the network. And one side, I'm a VC. On the other side, I have a venture studio. So some of the people I'm dealing with are people that deal with me as a VC who are interested in the project. So, we've got Eva, my company right now, we just raised $8 million for Eva, recently. And it was not that difficult with my company Zemply. I'm closing a $2 million round right now, like literally today. So there there are smaller VCs,
Borrow that.
there are smaller VCs that aren't investing, but you know, I don't know if it's you know, it's not luck. I mean, I deal with them regularly, but the larger VCs are investing. I just had a call with SoftBank about 3 weeks ago on a project. I mean, they're investing. Charles River, I just talked to them last week. They're investing. So I talked to the family office out of Hong Kong. I mean, I mean, lots of them, right? So you got, I would say, you know, there's two parts to the coin. One is, this is just my own gut feeling. There's about a third of them that have put it on hold, are investing in some of their current portfolio. Yes, right? So they've really not been proactive, but the ones that are smart are going out and looking for deals and investing because there's a discount right now. So I would search for those, right? Look who's active.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sorry, if I may just add something very, very short. I want to congratulate the team for organizing this event. By experience, I know it's not easy. There is a lot of work behind the scene. Congratulations. The level of startups is very high. I can see personally some potential in interacting with few of them. I hope the future is going to be a bit less in the space and a bit more in our mother earth, because we have one planet and we are spending a lot of money in things that are not important, in my personal opinion. Again, we have one planet, one source of living, and we are killing animal and people, and maybe thinking about more at the social aspect in this world. So I hope that in the future we will have more startups competing for social and environmental issues. So again, thank you so much for organizing this. It's a very incredible job that you do. Level of judges and investors is very high. And thank you for having me as a judge. Thank you.
Thank you, Mateo.
Yeah,
See you all
thank
at
you
the
so much.
finals, guys. Thank you for hosting us at the United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, really
Bye.
good job.
Good luck.
Have a great day. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Alexander. Anna.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Julia, do you want to have a quick chat here, or you want to call me on the phone?
I can phone you directly in a 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. Take your time. Thank you so much. Huh?
Yeah. Thank
Very
you.
well organized, by the way. It was very interesting.
Thank you, Mateo. Thank you.